Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, October the 20th, 2023. As I've said before, the very best way to learn our approach to trading is through Darko's long-term trading service, where he has all the videos that you'll need in order to learn how to not only read price action, but also how to actually take on trades based on what he teaches, which is done through his pre-market analysis videos that are exclusively available to our members. And of course, in his videos, he shows his pending orders in advance, okay, never after the fact. Now, what if you don't have a big enough account size to handle the pip risk required? Not a problem. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it using smaller time frames. Okay. And by the way, great news for anyone who's a member of either of our services or is thinking about joining. We have now provided 100% complimentary access excuse me, to our Advanced Forex Patterns course. Okay, this course contains great proven patterns and can be used exactly for the purpose that I'm going to show you in this video. I hope you like it. Please give it a thumbs up if you do. By hitting the like button, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Hey, one more thing. Darko has put out several podcasts these past few weeks, and there are more to come on some great topics. We're actually the #1 rated Forex podcast in the world right now. And, you know, podcasts are the main reason why people join our service. They hear, you know, what we have to say, and specifically what Darko has to say especially. And so they join, and it's great to have them with us. So in the text below, you'll see a link to the podcasts, and I really encourage you to just have a listen. And I think you'll find them very helpful. Okay, let's take a look at how we can get into swing trades with just a small account size. Okay, so this was a trade that took place on the Euro Australian dollar. It was a buy on October 9th, which was pointed out by Darko to the members in his pre-market analysis video way in advance. Okay, I'll just show you. This was a swing trade, and the buy was right here where this green circle is, and you just simply get in, and you can see the move up. It's been a fantastic move. Actually, this trade needed about a 150 pip risk below this level here. And it's been up about 2 to 1 so far unscaled. So it's all right now. It's all about trade management, and of course, this is a profitable trade no matter what. So you can use these pullbacks and higher swings and move your stop from here or from here up to here, and just follow it along. There's all sorts of ways for trade management. Never ever would this be a loss. Okay. Now, what if your account size was too small to take on a 150 pip risk? Well, let's go have a look, and I'll show you. This was a great setup at this level. It actually set up on a 15-minute chart, and you could look at it on an hourly chart too. But if you go to our 15-minute chart, first of all, I'll just show you again on the hourly chart. This was the level Darko talked about buying at right here. This was on October the 9th. Go back down to a 15-minute chart, and when we go down to the 15-minute chart on October 9th, that is right here, and I've actually put a circle so we can find this. This is a recognizable pattern, right? And this was the buy right here with a lower low stop here. So now you can see it. You can see what's happened here, okay? And in a trade like this, what used to be a 150 pip risk becomes a 35 pip risk, and the risk reward, just by taking profit at the next higher daily level, because don't forget, this is a swing, this is a long-term trade, this isn't a scalp. Just by is 4 to 1, a 4 to 1 reward risk. That, folks, that's outstanding. Okay, and that's just with using a 0.5% account risk, which is what we suggest. That's a 2% return in less than a day. You can't get that at the bank, right? So now, that's all fine and good. By the way, I wanted to show you this on an hourly chart too, because you could have taken this a bit. Let me just find the spot here again. Yeah, it was right here. This was the buy right in here. And again, we had this pattern in here that all of our members will recognize and to get into. And with a lower low stop, like I say, 35 pip risk and a pretty outstanding reward. And this thing's still going, by the way. So, so that was that. And by the way, the upper levels for taking profit at, there's different ways to do it, but on the daily chart, you can see that we have these levels in here, these really good levels in here. So lots of and this level here, like, because the entry was down here. This is a place where you can expect some resistance, rallies up, and then again into here. And you can adjust these slightly to suit your preference, like into here. And yeah, that's a pretty nice level in there. So now, by going down to the 15-minute chart or the smaller time, you can see that we can greatly reduce our risk. Now here's the problem: these may not set up. Okay, you could miss this trade. That happens, and so don't expect that every time there's a sell setup or a buy setup that you're going to be able to get in on a smaller time. Okay, because that's just simply not going to happen. They just don't set up sometimes. So I'm gonna show you a trade the best trade that's going on so far this month. By the way, I want to tell you something. In August, like the first half of this year, Darko had a fantastic year, his best ever. Super good profit, no losing months up until the end of July. And then August came along. August was flat. September was a slight loss. So there's 2 months in a row where you weren't profitable. And a lot of people head for the exits when this happening. Oh, this doesn't work, and it's so sad to see it happen. But that's human nature, I guess. But since then, this month of September has been like really, really good. It's been outstanding. Once again, Darko's been pointing out some great trades to the members. And I want to show you this one here. This is the best trade of the month. It was on the New Zealand Swiss pair. He pointed this one out, as always, in advance. Let me go back to my other longer term chart template here. New Zealand Swiss. Yeah, this was, so if I look at the 4-hour chart, this is where he pointed out to sell. Like, how accurate is that? That's kind of most like the Euro Oz, same thing, but they just work out sometimes like this. And other times they go up against you and you have a loss. This is a probability game. You can't, I know we sound like a broken record, but you can't, try to figure out, is this going to win or is this going to lose? No, you have odds, you take the trade, win, lose, or draw. And this is what's going to happen sometimes. Here was the entry. Look where price is now. This has been like ridiculous. Really, really good one. By the way, up here, there was no short-term entry. Nothing I could find anyway. No reason to get short as a pattern at resistance on a 15 or 1 hour chart. So again, they don't all set up, but when they do, man, they're quite spectacular. Going back to the Euro Australian dollar pair here. So you might wonder, well, look at, that's all fine and good, but what do? I have to sit around and watch and see if this happens here? No, that's not how you do it. You don't have to sit around staring at your computer. You simply mark the buy level, like as per Darko's PMA. Okay, he shows everybody where he's looking at. Then there's what you do, you put an alert, a trade alert on here. Just about every trading platform there is out there has an alert system of some kind. And you can usually get that alert sent to your smartphone. And you just simply set it. And then there is nothing to do unless the alert goes off. The price is up here. Darko's talking about this level. Just put an alert there and go about your day. There's nothing to do. Okay? So, again, you get much, much smaller pip risk compared to the longer term trade. And the thing is, you do not need many of these trades to have an outstanding month of trading. Jeeps. I mean, if you just got even that one trade is spectacular. So one more thing I should mention here is that this was a swing trade. This was not a little day trade or a scalp. A swing trade that Darko pointed out to our longer term members, okay, in advance. And think about this. What if you have a smaller account size, but you want to participate in these swing trades? You want to follow Darko's PMAs and watch for setups at the levels that he points out for pending orders, right? And you just waited for entries like this. Okay, I hope you can see how super these setups can be. And no, like I say, not all the time. They're not always. But when you get moves like this, you sure don't need to be right very often to do well. Okay, just something to consider. So as you can see, that's a very effective way of using smaller time frame charts to get into higher time frame swing trades with the potential for extremely high reward to risk outcomes. So yeah, I hope you found that useful and intriguing. And again, be sure to check out the latest podcast. There's a link in the text below this video. In the meantime, I hope you're all keeping well. And, if we can help in any way, just please send me an email. And I would love to hear from you. Take care. Wishing you all a great weekend.